Hi Virgo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But as well, I do want to thank you in advance for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing to this channel if you haven't done so already. Definitely join this Virgo tribe. But as well, do keep in mind as we proceed with the reading that this is meant to pertain to the following 48 hours starting around when you're guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it, okay? But we're gonna jump right into it and start by pulling from the Flowers of the Night Oracle deck. I'm hearing you're an inspiration. You're an inspiration. Alrighty, for Virgo, for the next 48 for Virgo. Okay, we have a couple coming out. I do see the release card at the bottom. You may need to release certain emotions in the next 48 hours or push to recognize what needs to be released from your situation. I'm hearing the word attachment in order to feel lighter, in order to heal potentially. You may find that there's a level of release taking place in the midst of some creation, okay? Regardless of how that pertains to your individual situation. Bear with me as I move my rings. We do have the Hope card and Strength coming out. So it's the next 48 hours where there is a focus on you needing to keep the hope alive. I'm hearing a glimpse of hope, but a push to remember how strong you are from all you've been through. I feel like you're uplifting people in the next 48 hours in your own individual way. And there's a reminder that you're blossoming through your work, through your creations, through the words that you express, okay? I'm hearing some of you are tarot readers, and that strengthens you while you're strengthening others and getting clarity out there into the universe. The downloads will be strong is what I'm now hearing. I do feel like nature, birds, all coming into play in the next 48 hours in different ways for each and every one of you. Let's continue and pull from the Mystic Mondays deck. Wow, I didn't decide that ahead of time. I usually do. Let's see here. I feel like with that being said and done, with that happening for this reading spontaneously, I feel like there's a push to be spontaneous in the next 48 hours. Being a very structured sort of, I want to say grounded for the most part, a very organized sign. Liking things to be predictable and somewhat scheduled. It's the earth nature within you. You're pushed to just kind of step outside of that and expect the best while being a bit spontaneous, okay? Now you can run out into nature, right? When you have a little bit of downtime, go for a little adventure when it comes to a walk with Mother Nature, all right? Flying onto the ground, wow, bear with me. You may be thinking about a new financial investment as I hit the table or a new job. I'm now hearing the ball is in your court. But I felt I need to grab this. Okay, the Nine of Swords. So I was meant to see what card this is, but we're not going to take it, as I do feel like the stress that you've been experiencing or the heaviness in all that you're accomplishing needs to be pushed away. It needs to fly away at this time in the next 48 hours out of respect for your future, okay? Let it get away is now what I'm hearing. Let it get away. It feels like there is a bit of a struggle alive within you, within your situation in the next 2 days, but it's a slow moving one. Don't feel inclined to rush or to move at a faster pace or accomplish anything quicker than your body is allowing, okay? This is purposeful. You may feel a bit robotic in certain points, and I feel like it's a reminder that you're overly tired, overworked, or just, they're saying being pushed to slow it down, but it may be a reminder that you need to wrap oneself up with that spontaneous behavior every once in a while, all right, for the health of your situation, to loosen up a bit, okay? Now I'm hearing have some fun. Have some fun. Now I'm also hearing not everything is black and white as I pick up the Two of Cups and the High Priestess. It does feel like there's a focus on a connection, and how not everything that is said between the two of you is black and white, or not everything that's happened between the two of you up until this point is black and white. There's that gray area, right? Maybe needing to better understand where somebody's coming from or what they've been through as your third eye opens. And I feel like whatever connection this is for you, it could be romantic, or it could be a friend, a coworker, a boss figure. I do feel like there's a true level of spirituality taking place between the two of you, okay? It's leaving you feeling more connected, but a bit more confused at times as well, all right? And maybe a little bit messed with spiritually on top of it all. We'll take these two over here. And I really feel like the next 48 hours are reminding you that you have the magical touch, that if you so choose, you can wave your Virgo magical wand and manifest what you desire, okay? There's a fresh start you're looking to embark upon, to manifest right before your very eyes. It could be a beginning with a specific somebody, but I feel like for some of you Virgos out there, it's a move of residence or a new job, or it could be a multitude of things, okay? But I really feel as if you're pushed to remember your strength and to even regain some of which to prepare for what inevitably lies ahead, okay? As your world changes, and it feels like in the midst of things changing, you're being pushed to remember or recognize in general why things have been feeling a bit heavy. You can find that your workload is quite hefty and weighs on you in a burdensome way at times, okay? And it makes you a bit nervous. It may be more so the energy in the air, reminding you where you need to use that sword, a very Queen of Swords vibe, and what needs to be cut out at the end of the day, okay? Or when the time is intuitively right for you. I do sense that you just sort of want to charge towards the fresh, the new, the lighter, okay? But I do feel like in the midst of this heaviness, whether it's more so energy or workload, it could be more than one thing, you need to keep the hope alive once again, okay? Keep the hope alive. Things may not feel as organized, as perfect as you'd like in the next 48 hours, but there's something to learn from the imperfections. I feel like you need to recognize and remember where your control lies, and to try not to desire much more of it, and just focus on what needs to be improved, and if something can't, what needs to be completely switched up and changed moving forward. Again, a huge reminder in the next 2 days. Your world is changing, and that's a beautiful thing, okay? We will not stick with something that isn't right just due to familiarity, if I even said that correctly in the end, or a level of comfort that you once experienced, all right? It really feels like the change that's going on in your individual world is also reflecting within certain connections, okay? And I really feel like you are manifesting more than you think at this time. It just doesn't feel like it 24/7, all right? Again, your world is more so in your control, but certain changes need to feel out of your control to just allow for them to happen in an organic way. We have the Three of Wands flying onto the ground. I really feel like at times your hope slips away, the expectation of things falling into place smoothly, even your ships coming in with this individual card, that starts to get away, right? And that happening in the recent past, and I feel like potentially at 1 or 2 points in the next 48 hours, Spirit's going to push you to bring it all back to a positive, outgoing, optimistic way of being, and recognize that your ships are coming in, okay? And it's because you're doing what's right for you, and you're adapting and manifesting all the meanwhile. But it is, again, you could be feeling burnt out, okay? You have a lot going on if you are completely honest with oneself. But it's the next 2 days that do remind you once again, or push you to focus on what needs to be released, what needs to be cut out all the meanwhile, okay? But I do really feel as if there is either moments in the next 2 days where you think about putting a stop to certain behaviors or certain habits of your own that you find quite unacceptable or getting out of hand, or could get out of hand. Either thinking back to moments like that from the past, or you're experiencing this in the next 2 days where you have to sort of, or you feel the inclination to be like, that's enough, okay? And that could be towards other energies, people, or more so could be towards oneself, right? Being completely honest, being like, this habit is not going to assist me in a positive manner moving forward. And I know I have a bright future, so I don't want to hinder it all the meanwhile, all right? And that shows great maturity, great strength. And I feel like out of respect for your inner strength and, again, your future, making certain adjustments, all right? Or at the least, thinking about and planning to do so moving forward. What else do we have for Virgo? Right from the middle of the deck, Six of Wands. I feel like it's the next 2 days where you're noticed, okay? People see you as somebody who's ready to give birth to something new. I feel like the fruits of your labor are coming into play as well. It's the next 48 hours where it may feel like you're on stage at certain points, even when it comes to your spiritual connection, but people are seeing you as somebody who easily manifests, who has infinite possibilities at this time at their doorstep, okay? And is being noticed for somebody who's changing as their world changes, as connections develop and move in a different direction. I just feel like it's the next 48 hours as well that is helping you remember that change is a must. Change is a beautiful thing, okay? I'm being told to pull 2 more as we will cover up. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're going to put this over here even though the strength card's there. I do feel like in the midst of being pushed to regain or maintain that level of hope, your strength is quite evident to you and those around you, all right, as you're being put in the spotlight. And I feel like in certain ways that you need to notice your cup is overflowing with so much abundance. And you're reminded there is a fresh start on the horizon that you desire, okay, that is going to leave your cup even more so overflowing. And I feel like, okay, I'm hearing the hand of God or the hand of spirit, however you want to view it, is assisting you in moving towards a brand new, fresh opportunity to succeed and to thrive, okay? As a new version of you, I feel the need to say, all right? Get ready for your third eye to open in the next 2 days. Let's finish this up by pulling some charms. What do we have for Virgo? We have a tree. Yeah, I feel like there's a focus on things growing when it comes to connections in other situations in your life, but also I feel like your tree of knowledge is expanding, it's growing. A star, beautiful. Put that right in the middle on top of the Six of Wands. They're saying you are a star. Okay, we have an angel, beautiful. In the midst of things feeling a bit heavier and just wanting to charge towards the new, adjusting, there's an angel watching over you, if not multiple. And we have, what is this, a flying horse? Whatever you want to call it. I almost want to call it a unicorn. I just feel like you are wanting to sort of gallop towards, fly towards what you deserve, all right? And with the starfish, I really feel as if you're pushed to open up to the infinite possibilities and to expand one's mind, heart, and soul as you are being pushed to be spontaneous and a bit vulnerable at certain points, all right? And we have a fairy, okay? A fairy, whichever way we want to hold it. I'm going to put this up here. Wow, bear with me as I knock the camera. And another thing of stars, beautiful. You may be convincing other people they're a star. There's an elegance about you, okay? A beauty about you, and that's quite evident as well with the ballerina. Even when you put an end to certain annoyances or make certain adjustments within your situation. And another tree, okay? Another tree. Things are expanding and growing within your situation. And I really feel like the next 48 hours are showing people what you're made out of. But again, it's a huge reminder that change is a must, all right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing next 48 hours. And I'll see you next time. Bye, Virgo.